Welcome to the For the Boys Sports podcast. I'm Joey Housley. I didn't actually prepare an intro for this show because after Monday night's game, I've kind of gotten desensitized to the whole intro thing because, we're going to talk about the Browns, we're going to talk about the Chiefs, we're going to talk about the Eagles, but Bo, what the heck is going on with the Steelers? That's the third straight loss. They just handed the Bengals their first win without Joe Burrow. I mean, this is a disgrace. What's going on?
We suck. That's literally it. We suck.
Do you want to elaborate?
We suck.
Okay, Billy?
Joey, I have a question I would like to ask you, and I hope you say yeah.
We're doing an audio podcast. Go ahead.
I would like to request 10 minutes of time.
Request denied. Eddie, what do you think about the Steelers?
I just want to have a quick reading to kind of summarize the disappointment that the Steelers are. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Are we a disappointment or? I don't think we really disappointed anybody.
I think you're disappointed, right?
Oh, I'm not that.
Bo, let's just say Bo called it himself and said, "The Browns are going to catch the Steelers. The Browns are better than the Steelers."
When did I?
I'm like, Bo, you said it, not me.
No, stop the cap.
And I said,
stop the
literally
cap.
our
Stop the
first
cap.
podcast.
No.
Our
Stop the cap.
first
Stop the cap. You
podcast.
said
You
that.
can go
Stop the
back.
cap.
You can go
Stop the
back to
cap.
the first podcast. Joey says, "So if the Browns beat the Steelers, they have a good chance." And you're like, "They're not. They literally can't. They literally can't. They can't. No, they're not going to."
And then,
Yeah, and they're still not. I still have faith.
and then Bo says, "And y'all lost to a team that we beat twice. And guess who the Browns beat twice? The Bengals."
Okay.
And you're saying we will lose first round right now to the Dolphins. Well, if you lost to the Bengals, you certainly can lose to the Dolphins.
Because Eddie's actually right.
Eating your words
Yeah,
right
but
now.
If you lose to the Bengals, then
we're probably
now
not
you
going to
lose.
play the Dolphins now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now.
That's exactly right. If you
We're
lose
not
to
even
the
playing the Dolphins.
Okay. So.
Oh, here's the best part. Here's the best part.
Billy, can
stop.
you shut the hell up?
We're gonna get taken
Here's
down.
the best part.
Jesus.
You don't want to take back? Browns are going to win the division?
No. What? Wait, what? Browns are going to
That's
win.
what
I
you
never
said.
said that. No, I said the Steelers are going to win the division.
Yes, but that's it. I'm reading everything that you said to me.
When did I ever say that the Browns are going to win the division?
No, you literally said
You're
to
asking
Eddie.
me.
You said to Eddie. You
asking
want
me
to
to
take
take
back
that.
the Browns are going to win the division.
And
That's what you
I
said to Eddie.
And you got really mad at me because I said that they still technically have a chance. And you're like, oh, no way. They're not going to lose to the Bengals.
Oh, no.
Here we are.
No. See, I still have faith that we're going to beat the Browns. I still have faith.
Okay.
Because
I'm
I
not
feel
Based
like
on
Yeah.
what, though? Based on what? Like,
based on the fact of how the players are going to react. Because from what I've seen, they're not even disappointed that they're lost. I'm quoting this. You could probably blur it out. But Cameron Hayward said, "I'm not even disappointed. I'm just pissed off." Okay.
What's the difference?
yeah.
The difference is they have a fire under their stomach now. They have a reason to win games.
Bo, if
They
they
kinda
beat the
are.
Bengals, they
Down
would have
before.
clinched the division. Are you telling me that's not reason enough to win? Like,
yeah, but they
the game?
acted since they were 2-10-1 team or whatever the record was. They were just going to walk all over them.
yeah, they did the
thing
exact
happens in
same.
a
They
lot
did
of
the
sports.
exact same thing to like the 9-3 Bills. So I don't really understand what your point is.
No. They did not.
Yeah, no, Joey.
Bo,
I think
the
you're
Bills-
mistaking.
the Bills
I
are
think
a
you're
better
mistaking that.
The Joey,
The
the
real
Bills are
reason
a better team
why
than the Steelers. They
the
didn't
reason
try
why
to
they
be all
lost to the
cocky. The Bills are a better team.
right? The reason why they lost to the Bills is it's very simple. The Bills are much better than the Steelers.
That's exactly right.
I just said that like 5 times. I
shut
don't know
up.
why you're making that.
No.
Joey, I would like to go through the Steelers fan base. I would like to basically give a summary of the past few weeks for them.
Okay, go ahead.
So after they go 11-0. So after that win, this is their highest point of the season. They go on Instagram, make sure to put the shushing emojis as they share it with everyone. We're 11-0, baby. No one can stop us. We're unbeatable, boys. You want to hop on? We'll clap you, right? We're the best team ever. 11-0 start, best in franchise history. Nobody can touch us, right? Easy win. We're gonna win the division. Undefeated season. Both said that in the group chat. Undefeated season. Here we come. And that was unfortunate. They lost to the Redskins. Hey, when you fall, you gotta just get back up.
You gotta get back up.
Unlucky. Just unlucky, man. Yeah, that's all you can say. The offensive coordinator, he's not that good. On the offensive
You
coordinator,
can't
that's
blame
where,
the offensive coordinator.
and then they lose. They lose to the Bills.
You can't.
Then they lose to the Bills. We
Bill-
played this. Then they lose to the Bills. We played 3 games in 11 days.
It's
too
true.
hard,
Our
man.
offensive coordinator, he's so
He's
bad.
so bad.
It is true.
Oh my gosh, Big Ben, he just can't go 16 games anymore. He's so old, but like, he's still got the talent, man. What was it?
Eddie, I might have to ban you from this. This is an audio podcast.
Yeah, nobody can see that. You're just being dumb now.
I can read.
Okay, go on, Billy.
Then it's just excuse after excuse, and then they lose to the Bengals. Realization kicks in. I'd like to read some DMs that I received
Okay.
the night of the game from Yan Hoi Lu. You know that guy?
He's
Yan
not
Hoi
Gino.
Lu has no background knowledge on any sport outside basketball.
I put on my story.
I like Yan Hoi.
I
Yan
put
Hoi-
on my
Yeah, but he
story.
doesn't know football.
Shut up. I put on my story a post of Sports Center where they put the tweet from the Cincinnati Bengals where they tagged Von Bell, saying Von Bell knocked out Pittsburgh's TikTok star, and Jan Hoy responds, "LMAO, we're worse than the New York Jets." Ben Roethlisberger is Nathan Peterman at this point. and then I pointed out the fact that I think everybody in the world should know that over the past 3 weeks, the Eagles have a better record than the Steelers, which I think is a sick just statement of fact that I'd like to.
I mean, we'd still beat you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was before. That was before. Now we're a different team, right? We'll get into
You're
that
a different
later.
team when you have a.
We'll get
According
into
to
that.
you,
We'll get into that later.
you're a different team and a better team by according to you having a worse quarterback. That doesn't even make sense.
He's better than Carson Wentz. He's
I know, but
substantially
Billy
better than
thinks Carson Wentz is better. That's what I'm pointing out.
I think potentially Carson Wentz can be better, but as of at this moment, Jalen Hurts is better. But I think potentially Carson, if Carson plays to the best of his ability, he's better than Jalen Hurts. But that's a different argument.
No, that's cap. But okay.
Our offense is absolute dog bleep. We went from pretty good to dog bleep that quick. I wanted us to draft Hurts, but you guys took him, which just speaks to the genius of how
Hey,
he
Billy,
rose, man.
can you shut up? I want to get my take.
I'd rather have Hurts than Claypool because Ben won't even pass to him. I mean, it's just turmoil for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't think it's that Ben won't pass to him. I think it's Ben can't pass to him, literally.
Can I say this? Can I say
No,
this?
I don't think it's that. I think it's that the offensive coordinator. So there's a stat that I saw that Ben is releasing the ball the fastest in the NFL and the fastest in his career by like half the time. He used to hold it. I think it was. He used to hold on to it per snap on average about 4.1 seconds, and now he's doing it. I think it was 2.8 seconds.
Okay.
So he's not really even playing like his old him, where he sits in the pocket and can find the deep balls. Because not only did he have to change up he had to change up his how he played the game.
That's for a reason you can't throw.
Which he really didn't need to.
When you're
totally
throwing
healthy.
slants over and over, you're gonna throw the ball
screen
quicker.
Can I get to
passes.
the point? Jesus Christ, Billy.
Finish. Okay. Go ahead. Finish.
No. You go on because obviously my point doesn't matter.
In Bo's defense, Joey is a Tom Brady fan.
Literally, all I was going to say is that he had Antonio Brown and Emmanuel Sanders, who were deep threats. So that's why you have to hold on to the ball. Continue. It's there's a difference now.
I mean, we still have deep threats. I don't get your point.
Yeah, you have deep threats, but Ben can't throw it that deep.
we don't know that because he never has. Like this year, he has.
literally-
Well,
this year.
why hasn't he? Probably
literally
because the coaches
underthrew a-
know
Because of
that.
the offensive coordinator.
Probably because the coaches know that he can't throw that far.
Bo, literally the first play of the game, he threw a deep ball that was like 5 yards short of where it should be and nearly got picked. The first play of the game.
Again, that's the first play of the game. He had to get warmed up. I don't.
What are warm-ups
Great.
for?
He just shows up, he warms up, but then like he gets into the game, he's just not feeling it, man. He's just got to settle.
Yeah, but it's a different mentality.
Right,
It's a completely different setting
Yeah, you've been
from
there.
game time to warm ups. That's like,
Definitely.
Definitely for Juju. Juju's going on IG Live before the game. He's got Chase Claypool as he's hot stepping on the Bengals logo, and then he goes out and gets popped by Von Bell in the second quarter. Honestly, Bo, like, do you hope that he gets like popped every game that he does the thing, or do you just say like whatever, just like do your thing, or do you like actually want to like
why
stop?
would I say I want someone to
Dude,
get hurt on purpose?
Do Steelers
No,
fans
Pop doesn't-
actually
I don't mean
like
That's
hurt.
just a
Juju?
dick move. That's just a dick move. I would never say that.
Not get hurt
I
though.
wouldn't- I
Bo's
wouldn't
so
even say- I wouldn't
nice.
even
Oh
say
my
that-
gosh.
I
Have
wouldn't
a
even
back-
say that
Such
about
an angel.
Vontez Perfect. I wouldn't even say that about Vontez Perfect.
No.
Oh my
not
gosh,
get
such
hurt,
a
Bo.
great
not
empathy
do like an
guy.
AB. No, not like that. I mean like have a bad game, have a fumble, like because of like how bad he's been playing, and he's been dancing on teams' logos, and I don't think he's had a touchdown in this entire stretch. Like,
It's kind of hard when we're throwing on average like 4 yards a pass.
You
And they
know,
want-
I
and
was.
they it's so easy to read now because that's all we do.
mhm.
That's also I feel like how even more of a reason why we're doing that, because all we do is little unders and 5 and outs, and then
Bo.
they just step up the coverage and we never take deep shots.
I don't think
Like
that's
if you
the
watch
offensive
the
coordinator's
one the
fault, though.
fumble in the first half that led to the first touchdown.
Yeah.
They threw it to Juju, who is in a double team, and then the very next drive, he had Chase Claypool wide open, nobody on him, on a 20-yard. I don't even, like 20 yards
Post.
away from
Oh
him.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he throws into a triple team and
Yeah.
almost gets picked off.
I think that's part
And
of
he
that.
injured his tight end too.
Oh yeah, Ebron. Oh my goodness. I want him to get back because he's a good tight end too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
he was
take him.
playing good in the first
I'll
half of the
take him.
year.
Yeah, and then he dropped the ball versus the Bills, and like that's like the last target, or he's had like the only other target was the one he got hurt on. Like he didn't. But anyways, like I think part of the issue is, well, they don't run the ball. Like they only throw the ball.
What?
They literally don't run the ball at all.
Joey, against the Bengals, they literally had drives where they wouldn't throw a pass.
That's not true, Billy.
Billy, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true.
And the reason that they broke
Maybe
a couple
it is true
let's
because they
take a
had
look.
3 plays on the drive, so
Yeah.
they only did 3 runs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, but like the issue is like they literally run the ball with no frequency whatsoever, and
Which is funny. No, this is funny because I thought in the Bengals game we actually ran the ball half decent.
but
That was
I'll
one
tell
of our better running
Yes,
games.
and-
of the
that
year.
Snell boy looked good.
and I'll tell you why. Because if the defense is so committed to the pass, like they got 7 players inside 10 yards. They got Von Bell up on the line of scrimmage when he's a cornerback. That's not what you do. And so they're just, the defenses don't even care about the run. They said, yeah, sure, beat us on the run. You'll pop off a 20-yard run because we're not playing the run, and then you won't run it again in the drive. That's how the defenses are stopping them, because they said, we know you're going to throw the ball 5 yards every time, so we'll just play that defense, and you'll do exactly that. Throw the ball like 5 yards every time, go nowhere, and lose. Like, that's how the defenses are stopping them now. And I think part of it is because they're not running the ball. I think part of it is because Ben's eyes, he's so locked into like Deontay Johnson, like the 3-yard crosser, that he has no idea that Chase Claypool is wide open down the field, or that Juju's like open like 15 yards down the field. Like, he's got no idea because he's not even looking there anymore.
Yeah, I know.
They put themselves in such a deep hole that like I don't know if you can get out of this, because I mean, it's just such a stagnant offense. You're not moving the ball at all.
That's the point, because the offensive coordinator got in his mind that he has to get the ball out quick because of his elbow. I think personally he's probably 95%. I wouldn't say he's full health because there's no way he can be full health. But
Dude, he was looking like 50% Big Ben even before that injury.
Dude, he's like 38, obviously.
I mean,
yeah.
I think the issue is what I struggle with is like, and I heard this on a sports show. I forget which one it was, but it's basically like if Ben wants to run a play, he's experienced enough. He's got the like, he's got the ability to say, I want to run this play or I want to throw the ball downfield. Let me throw the ball downfield. And I think the issue with the way he's playing is that he clearly does not want to do any of those things. So I think it's unfair to blame it on the coordinator because he's kind of running because their plays, they're not running crazy like everybody goes short plays. They got the normal plays where we got one person in the intermediate, one person on the deep, one person short, maybe the running back coming out on the they're just running normal plays and Ben never looks deep. So I think you can partially blame it on the OC, but I think part of it is Ben just does not want to throw the ball downfield, and that's hurting the team.
Like if you look at the play that Bo,
he's not holding the safeties accountable. Like the whole thing is like, oh, you got to make sure that the safeties are like you got to make sure that their eyes aren't in the backfield and and all that stuff. He's allowing the safeties to say, you know what, he's never going to throw the ball downfield. I'll come up, and that's how Juju gets triple teamed, and that's how Deontay Johnson is like a linebacker and a corner on him because they don't care. Like the safeties are like, okay, there's Chase Claypool running past me. He's never going to throw him. Like it, it's an easy scheme to defend if you won't throw the ball deep and you won't run the ball.
I'm totally agreeing.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing. Not agreeing with you. This is the issue with the Steelers right now is that we're just one game plan: throw the under route, try to get the yards after the catch.
That's not on the OC though.
Yeah, and
I get that, but the OC, you also have which is your number one wide receiver on this route, number two, number three, and usually Ben's only throwing to the number one. He's never looking beyond that.
But that's up to Ben.
I think he's always going short.
You can't say this is the number
that,
one guy and you don't know what the defense is going to do.
But at the start of the season, the OC probably programmed that in his head.
Mm.
When he got listen. When he got hurt, they always had to train him at the start of the season to throw short. You never got to train down the field. And I still don't think that they're doing that now at practice. I don't think they're ever I think maybe max 20, 25-yard passes. They're never trying to go for the real deep shot at practice.
They strap him to a chair. They start like dangling stuff like only throw the in route, throw the drags, Ben.
Maybe they'll have more success if they start Mason Rudolph against the Browns.
Maybe, but Bo, I completely
quarterback in the NFL.
Bo, I think it's I don't know if they would program it into his head to throw it, but I think we agree that like Ben from one way or another is hurting this offense. But I think we disagree on how to fix it because I personally think it's on Ben, and if Ben does not want to fix it, this offense is not going to get fixed. And I think you think it's on the offensive coordinator.
No, I think it's a mix of both. I think the offensive coordinator needs to mix up his plays, and I think Ben needs to play like old Ben, where he sits in the pocket and picks out the passes.
But I think also, and I think there are some stats that their offensive line this year is not great. Like they couldn't convert 3rd and 1s multiple times because they couldn't block the run, and they're mediocre in pass blocking. I'm gonna look up the stat, but I think
it's funny because everybody at the start of the season, like before, obviously we had the losses when we were like the 9-0, 10-0 team. Literally everybody I talked to about the Steelers said that we had the best offensive line in the league. I just think that's funny.
I do not remember.
I don't.
No. It wasn't you guys.
Yeah, you guys have a better offensive line than the Cowboys and the Eagles for sure, buddy.
I mean, the Cowboys and the Eagles, everybody's hurt. So
yeah,
I mean, to be fair.
Joey, if we're talking about the start of the season before anybody's hurt, the Cowboys and the Eagles on paper have by far the best two offensive lines in the league.
I mean, I would agree with that, but I mean,
yeah, but on paper, Ezekiel Elliott's supposed to be one of the best running backs in the league, and now he's
Ezekiel Elliott is not that good without Dak, and Dak's okay without Zeke, but he's not as good without Zeke.
But I mean, back to Ben, I think part of it is Ben doesn't want to get hit. I mean, that's got to be it. Like, getting the ball out of your hand in 2 seconds is not going to get you hit. But the issue is that it's not going to help your team win. And I think Ben's a little scared to get hit. I don't know if he's really scared. I don't know if his injury's still bothering him. But there's clearly something going on because every quarterback in the NFL can throw the deep ball whenever they want.
Especially Carson Wentz. You see this guy holding on to the ball, always putting it out there for his teammates, man. He's always taking all the shots. You just got to give some love to Carson Wentz. Right
He's
there.
doing what he needs to.
Can we point out the fact that Baker Mayfield had the longest pass attempt in the history of the NFL? Like, can we get an applause for that? That's
Who the longest what?
Longest pass attempt in the NFL history. He had, against the end of the second half when they had that Hail Mary. That was the longest pass attempt in the history.
Oh, you mean like
I think
ball in the air?
Baker Mayfield.
I remember.
You never said it. You never said it.
Yes, I did. You're dead.
Yeah, at the start, and then I asked you like 5 times. You're like, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, well, who do you think I'm talking about after I mentioned his name?
I didn't hear you. That's why I'm asking you. And then you're like, oh, how do you not know?
I'm talking about Colt McCoy. I mean, seriously, Jesus Christ.
That's a great line. That's a great line.
Anyway.
So, no, but what do you mean by longest pass attempt? Because Brady had a 99-yard touchdown to Wes Welker in 2007. So you mean like longest
in the air? In the air.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was like 70-some yards.
It was at least 75. It was a long pass.
Aaron Rodgers said that he had a longer pass attempt, but nobody could find it.
Oh, I'm sure he did. He is.
Not only that, he said that he did it flat-footed. He didn't even step into the throw.
Was it on Pat McAfee show?
No, I think he just tweeted it.
Throw on one. You shoot it fucking wide. There's fucking.
Oh, can you hear that?
Shut up, Billy.
Jesus Christ,
Billy, you're so bad at this. Okay.
No, I just got sent something on Instagram.
Hey, we're moving on. Billy, this is a podcast. This is not like.
Yeah, Billy, get off
local...
your phone and stop showing your hairy thighs. No one wants to see that. you could just see the fat jiggles just wave out.
Hey, guys, moving on. The Chiefs take on the Falcons this week. The Chiefs are, I believe, double-digit point favorites.
Can we see the Falcons get up to a 17-point lead again?
Yeah,
I want to see that so bad.
I have mixed feelings on what the final score would be, but I don't have mixed feelings on the fact that the Chiefs may win by 50 to 60 points. Like, they are unstoppable. Eddie, you have thoughts on the Chiefs?
Why are we even talking about this game?
I don't think
there's much to talk.
I mean more as a team, because the Chiefs are they're long shot favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's obviously the Chiefs versus the field right here.
100%.
And I just don't really see anyone that provides that much of a challenge for them. You got talented teams like the Titans and the Browns, but they're both on and off. The Ravens are talented. I think all of those teams are teams with enough talent to maybe have a little bit of a chance.
None of those teams.
I don't.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but none of those teams have a chance.
I think Bills and Titans are the best shot in the entire league.
I think Bills and Saints. Bills and Saints for sure.
Saints. Taysom
Hill's.
I'm talking about in the
pop
AFC.
off.
Obviously the Raiders. Because they're the only team that beat them.
I don't think so.
They're the only team that beat them. That doesn't make sense.
Are the Raiders even
How do
going
they
to
not
make
have
the
a chance
playoffs?
if they didn't win?
Because you just look at how the Chiefs played that game. Like, Patrick Mahomes threw like 3 picks, not because the Raiders' defense is great, just because he made just because he decided to throw off his back foot and throw a moon ball, and it just didn't work this time.
I think if we're talking about the entire NFL, the team with the highest chance to beat them is the Packers, only because that's the 2 best quarterbacks in the league.
I see where you're going with that. I don't think the Packers can score with the Chiefs.
You're only looking at offense, but their defense hasn't. I mean, it's been good, but I wouldn't say it's.
Oh no! Packers defense isn't that great. Yeah.
No, not Packers.
Oh,
Chiefs.
Chiefs? Nah, their defense is fine. It's good enough to win.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're not Rams or Colts level defense, but they're
Rams got scored 23 on by the Jets. So let's chill out here.
If you have an offense with one of the best quarterbacks in the league and 15 all-star targets, you're not going to have the great defense.
What?
That doesn't.
There's not enough money. You can't just pull money out of your butt. And we got a good defense now too.
The Chiefs have found it. They have Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Tyrann Mathieu. Anybody else?
Well, Joey, you did just say that they have a fine defense. You said you had a fine defense, and all of a sudden you're raving about them.
I mean, what do you mean I'm raving about him? I gave you
Bro,
all
three
three of the
great
I
players
players.
that
don't know
he
what
named
you're
made Pro Bowl.
talking about, dude. They have Chris Jones, they have Tyrann Mathieu. Like, their defense is pretty good.
It is.
Okay.
I mean, no, like legit, their defense is fine.
Yeah.
They're not the
You
best, but they're
can't-
not the worst.
Joey, fine and pretty good aren't the same thing.
It depends on how you view the word "pretty good," because pretty good.
Why are we
some
That's not a
analyzing?
people,
word.
it
That's
means-
2 words, Eddie. That's
For,
2
for
words,
some
not a
people,
word.
well, the term. For some people, it means less than good, and for some people, it means a little more than good. It's just weird. Anyway, there's my little announcement.
Thank you, Eddie.
Okay. Next topic. We're gonna talk about the Patriots. First time they haven't made the playoffs in 11 years, I think it said.
Well, what about him, Bo?
yeah.
Seven opt-outs. Cam Newton gets COVID. He looks like a shell of himself. I don't want him
Let's
back.
take over Joey's podcast and turn this into a celebration of the
Yeah.
Patriots. season.
I'm so pumped that the Patriots haven't made the playoffs. Like,
I'm not surprised
holy.
though.
I'm tearing up, man. Like, this is one of the greatest moments of my life.
But Bo, did you actually expect them to make the playoffs at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Like
Honestly,
they might have been able to sneak in at the
I
7th
kind of
seed.
did.
With
How?
Cam
To be
Newton.
honest.
Bo, had
With
you,
Cam
Yeah.
Newton.
with
Cam Newton's been playing all right.
With
He
ha-
has no options.
with half our
Joey, even you said that they were going to make the playoffs at the start of the season.
No, he did
with
not.
half our
I don't
defense.
think
No,
he
my
did.
word.
I remember
Bo,
that. I remember him saying
Bo,
that they were going to have
Bo.
wild card.
But with half our defense, oh crap! With half our defense, opting out, with Cam,
Buddy,
not,
I'm talking
not being
about
able to throw.
before the season
Yes,
starts.
yes.
Not
Half our defense
now.
opted out before the season.
Yeah, they opted out
No,
because
no,
of
but
COVID. They
he
didn't
was
just
gonna go
opt
on
out
and
because
talk
they
about
felt like
injuries.
like into week
No.
8.
Oh.
He muted himself and said,
All right, guys, I'm hosting now.
I mean, like legit though. Like I have no idea why people expected anything good from this team. At best, we were 9-7. We had the toughest or one of the toughest schedules in the NFL because that's the way the NFL works. When you have success the year before, no, that's legit how they schedule. When you have success the year before,
So you're saying the Chiefs had a hard schedule?
yes,
I mean, any schedule
Hard
for the
enough.
Chiefs isn't that
Literally,
hard
this-
because they
the-
are
the
the best
photo
team
you
in the
sent-
league.
Literally, the photo you sent, they had the tied for the 5th easiest schedule. The photo
Because
that you
they're the
sent, we're talking
Chiefs,
about schedules.
bro.
But that doesn't make sense. How
But
would they
Bo,
have a
The
hard
Chiefs are better
schedule?
than everybody.
Bo, so like you have to like.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be
it's-
tied for the 5th best.
But
Joey,
it's
I mean,
the teams
Bo.
that they give you outside because you have to play your division. You have there's the rotation of the cross division in the there's cross conference division. So it's legit only the 2 other teams that are just like the random teams that you play. And so if you're a good team, you get 2 hard teams. Like the Patriots got the Chiefs and the Chiefs got the Patriots. So like that was going to be a tough game if we had Brady and we still had a good defense and we had Edelman and all that. But now that we don't have any of those players,
If you had Edelman, oh yeah, big deal.
I mean,
Brady and
I'm
Edelman.
pretty sure, Bo, that you'd take Edelman over any receiver that you have on the Steelers besides maybe
No.
Claypool because he's young.
No.
You want Juju more than Edelman? Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
You want Washington more than Edelman?
Oh,
Yeah,
James
Big Cat's
Washington.
guy.
Don't get me started.
Edelman is good with the dink and dunk.
I'd rather
Deontay
take Juju over
Johnson.
Edelman.
Ooh, he's a steal.
Julian Edelman would be perfect with Big Ben.
Deontay Johnson is the leading wide receiver in drops. But Edelman,
And-
I'm pretty sure, was last year's leading receiver in drops.
Yeah, he is because
So,
Brady
I
threw the
don't-
ball to him so much.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
Deontay
pretty
Johnson.
sure-
Bo, Deontay Johnson also has the most yards of any receiver on the Steelers. So
Yeah,
'cause he's the deep threat on the team, obviously.
yeah,
Joey, not Joey.
It's Johnson
Bo.
in yards, Juju in catches, Claypool in touchdowns.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if I'm not talking about like starting a franchise, if I had 1 year with the team and I had 4 receivers to pick from, Washington, Deontay Johnson, and Juju Smith-Schuster, I'm not going to count Claypool because like he's young.
Oh, Billy, hold on. I just looked up. Chiefs have the best defense, or eighth best defense in points allowed per game.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
pretty
not bad.
easy not to have a lot of points allowed when your offense is on the field for like the entire game.
In
Very valid point.
in
No,
yards
that doesn't
per
make sense. If their offense is on for the entire game, then they
In
would
yards-
they would
in
be
yards
taking
per-
long drives, but they have really quick drives. So obviously their defense is on longer.
in yards per game, they're middle of the pack. But yeah, I mean, if you don't play well, like the teams who
That
play
don't make
against the
sense.
Chiefs.
Jeez, that sounds
have-
so stupid.
well,
man.
okay, Bill, you make no sense a lot of the time. What
Like
were
I
we
said
talking about?
last week.
What were we talking about? Patriots, yeah. So like basically, like the issue is before the season, all of our guys opt out. Our offensive line is like completely decimated. And once you get into the season, it looks good the first 3 weeks. We beat the Raiders by 20. We beat the Dolphins by 10. That looks like a much better win. And we beat we nearly beat the Seahawks. We lost by 5 back when they were like absolutely unstoppable. And so it looked good. And then Cam got COVID. Then we lost to the Chiefs, lost to the Broncos, lost to the Texans. Texans were a little further down the line. So like it's just losses that we can't have, and it's just a whole bunch of crazy stuff that happened this year. Brady, Edelman, and that defense from last year, that probably goes 11-5, 10-6 with the schedule. Anything else, And that's exactly what happened. We can still hit 8-8, but even that's unlikely because we play the Bills, and the Bills are good, and the Dolphins are good, and it's just a whole mess.
I'm reading the power rankings right now, and it literally has the Ravens at 5th and the Browns at 6th.
I would agree with
The
that.
Browns spot is alright, but the Ravens spot is.
I mean, the
Oh
Ravens
my
did beat the
God.
Browns, in all fairness.
Yeah, but like to be fair, Joey, I don't see how you
Four
can put
points.
a team. I don't know how you can put a team that's what are they 8-5? Is that what the
9-5.
Ravens are?
They're
9-5.
9-5.
Even
Ravens are-
I don't think that's really a top 5 record.
Well, no,
Mhm.
power
No.
rankings is like where they are now. Like if like you were just to rank the teams today
Yeah,
based
but
off like how they
they're
play.
still not 5th.
Yeah, but
I doubt
Packers,
it.
Bills, and Chiefs
Joey,
ahead of them, and
Joey,
I agree
if
with
you
all
couldn't
those.
beat,
Yeah.
if you couldn't beat a team 2 months ago, why should I believe you'll beat them now?
That's not the point of power rankings, Billy.
Well, I mean,
Then power
injuries, Billy.
rankings are dumb.
Injuries, COVID
yeah,
testing.
power
like,
rankings are stupid.
Yeah,
I don't
you
get
take
what
that, Bo. Obviously, you
Take
take
it with
that
a
into
massive grain of
account.
salt.
But you're saying 2 months ago they couldn't beat them, so why couldn't they beat them now? What do you mean take them into account? If it already
Okay,
happened, why would you
Bo,
take it into
Bo,
account?
This isn't like the
You don't-
college
you
football
don't
rankings
know-
committee.
You don't know if 2 months ago
Don't even get me
you
started.
you had like all of your good players injured, or if you just had like 2 random guys you never heard of injured.
What on earth are you talking
Yeah,
about,
Billy,
Billy? I
you
should
don't
kick
make
you
sense.
off this thing.
I said
You don't make sense.
Billy has
Billy,
no
you
idea
just-
how to
you
do
just-
any.
Billy,
no idea how to do a
just shut up
podcast.
because you're not gonna make any sense even more if you didn't make sense now.
okay. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom then, boys. Bye bye.
Make sure you mute.
Oh no.
Somebody mute him.
Okay. Billy is gone for the next couple minutes, I guess. So,
Thank God.
oh, chill out.
Fine,
We,
fine.
we have a feud in the pod. Eddie, what do you think about the Patriots?
I thought they'd be better than they were this season, honestly. I was a little bit scared in the AFC of just Bill Belichick and maybe a potential Cam Newton comeback. But that really didn't work out the way I thought it would.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, it's hard when you have Demir Bird and Jacoby Myers. Like, I'm sorry. Those are third-string wide receivers on any other team. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, legit. Like, our third-string wide receiver is somebody whose best play was called back by the refs last year. Like, that's literally our third-string wide receiver. Bill Belichick cannot draft wide receivers. He can't hold on to him once he has them. We'll just let Amendola walk out the door. It's a whole mess. This has been coming for a bunch of years now. This is the third straight year where we look kind of rusty on at least one side of the ball. And I don't know how we get back from it because it's not like we have a whole bunch of young talent saved up. We have some good players, but I mean, Cam's not going to get us
Time
to
for the
promised land.
process.
That's what legit we need. And I'm not sure if it's time for Bill to go.
Hire
or-
Hinkie. Hire Hinkie. Hire Hinkie.
Stupid. But no, like legit. Like I don't know how we as a team get back from this. I don't know. I like the Steelers look okay. If they can find a quarterback, then they'll be good.
Mhm.
Like same with the Browns. Like the Browns look good, and if they can continue on this, they have a bunch of young players. Maybe their secondary can get a little bit better. Some
Yes.
younger players in there. You have
That's the biggest flaw. right
Denzel
there.
Ward, but you have like Tashawn Gibson Sr. and stuff. And yeah, Bo will talk about that in a minute. But Bill still has no idea how an audio
I think
podcast
what the
works.
Patriots need to do as a first step towards fixing their whole operation is getting rid of Bill Belichick's son's mullet.
No, yeah. Let's get it with a nice, let's get him with Bo's hair.
I am tired of seeing that on TV.
Well, okay, I'm gonna pull back a little bit. I like the mullet. I think
No.
that would have been a lot better in the '90s or before. But as a defensive coordinator, I think he's fine. And our defense this year in like points per game, how I said the Chiefs were 8th, the Patriots are 7th. Their defense has not been that bad, but our offense cannot score for the life of us. So we give up 18 to Denver. Our offense scores 12 points. Like, I'm sorry, 12 points is never going to win you a football game. Never. It doesn't matter how good your defense plays. Like, the only bad game I think our defense has had where I could say, like, wow, they just played terrible. They could have done so much. Like, was the Texans game. And even then, like, and our offense had a good game then. Like, we can never just put two halves of football together where both the offense and the defense play well. Like, even at the beginning of the year, maybe versus the Raiders, maybe that was probably the height of like how good we were all season. That was our peak. I don't know, bro. I'm so frustrated because it's just like there's so many moves we could have made like 5 years ago to have the situation not occur now, and now that it's occurring, I don't know how to fix it in the foreseeable future. I don't know. Especially now the Bills are pretty good. And the Dolphins are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo put in the chat, we should talk about the number 1 pick situation. That is absolutely incredible. I don't know how the Rams can lose to the Dolphins. I don't know in what world any team can lose, or the Jets, I'm sorry. I don't know how the Rams can lose to the Jets. I don't know in what world can any team lose to the Jets. New England nearly did, but we're not going to talk about that. The Jets entered, I believe, 0-13. They played the Rams, who just crushed the Patriots, whose defense is incredible, whose offense is pretty good, especially when Jared Goff is playing well. The Jets had nothing going for them, and somehow they escape. I guess it's escape, but they dominated the game. Like, they were up like 17-0 or something like that. Like, I don't know how anybody can let them get up 17-0. I think you've got to get the number 1 pick, but now that they don't, the Jags are almost guaranteed the number 1 pick. If the Jags do not win a game the rest of the way out, they will be the number 1 pick.
Hey,
So,
Joey, I'd
yeah?
like to answer your question on how can you lose to the Jets.
Go ahead, Billy.
So first, you change your logo to something that looks a little like this, right? And then,
Oh!
For those at home, it's a Steelers logo.
Steelers logo.
I like the Steelers, guys. Steeler makes me laugh.
Oh my goodness. Bo's gonna show up at your house.
I would say Trevor Lawrence is a lot happier with the weather now.
Yeah. Oh, I mean the Jags are gonna have a massive fan base now. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is an ACC country. Like, who's gonna become a Jets fan? That Trevor Lawrence, like, I mean, the Jags are like straight, like just a couple. I mean, the
What's he
Jags are
trying to-
actually in northern Florida, so. I mean, all of Trevor Lawrence's fan base is coming right to the Jags. This could not be a better situation for the Jags. They got a bunch of good wide receivers. They just are kind of struggling at quarterback, kind of struggling on defense. You picked Trevor Lawrence, or I think this is the situation that I don't see enough people talking about. I think you
You know
can
what's funny, Joey?
I think you can trade the number 1 pick. I think you can trade
Joey.
that pick.
Joey, I'm going to tell you a funny joke.
Go ahead.
Bo thinks the Steelers are good because they beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
He's just trying to shut you
No.
up.
I mean, also like 9 other teams have Billy, so it's like,
yeah, because
I don't think
Or
we're
eight
good
other-
because
eight
we
other
beat the
teams
Eagles.
have.
I think we're good
Joey,
that we
you
have
know
11
why?
wins, but we're
'Cause we're
still not
bad.
good. I don't think we're good, but
Billy,
11
Billy,
wins
was
is
that
11
the
wins.
joke?
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, right?
Oh my, get out of here! I seriously, you're so bad. At all of this, but back to the number 1 pick. The Jets are now the number 2 pick. What do you guys think they should do with the number 2 pick? Because I mean, do you try to trade that out? Like, I don't understand what the Jets, because they really need everything. So I personally, I think you'd be better to trade out. But that's just
No.
me.
No.
Bill, what do
No.
you think?
They still need a quarterback, so I think they stay with the number 2 pick and draft that one BYU quarterback. I forget his name.
Zach
But he's
Wilson?
like sick. Yeah, he's sick.
He's pretty nice. Yeah, pretty good quarterback. But well, he played.
You
He played.
could draft Justin Fields too.
I don't think you
if
can
he's
draft
entering,
Justin
I don't
Fields.
know
I
if he's
think
gonna
I
enter.
think Justin Fields is not ready for it. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's.
Is he entering?
Well, they did a great job
He's only a
developing their
junior.
last quarterback.
Yeah.
So.
Bo, he's gonna enter. He's definitely gonna enter the draft.
To me, I don't think many Ohio State quarterbacks are that good.
Well, it has not shown it. Who do they have? They have Braxton Miller, J.T. Barrett,
Wayne
All of them have
Haskins.
been flops.
Cardale Jones.
Cardale Jones.
They've produced pretty good everything else.
Yeah,
Dwayne Haskins.
No, but we're
Yeah,
talking about
Dwayne
Justin
Haskins.
Fields.
Yeah, I was gonna get there, Eddie. Yeah, Dwayne.
We're
Haskins.
talking about Justin Fields, though.
I don't think Justin
you bring
Fields
up
will
other
be
quarterbacks.
great in the NFL. I think
Dwayne Headlines is in all the news these days. He's really.
I think personally,
a hot
I think you
topic.
can make Justin Fields a running back. I never say that you should do that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna say I think you can make Justin Fields a running back. I don't think he can throw the ball that well.
That's the same thing they said about Lamar. And obviously
Yeah.
he's not Lamar. But
I mean, also
don't think you
Lamar's
should play
like
with
6'1" or
moving
something. Justin
quarterbacks
Fields
to
is like
running backs.
5'9". Like Justin Fields like what? What are you shaking your head at?
He's not 5'9".
Justin Fields? Yeah.
No.
Hold on.
To be fair, though, Lamar did win the Heisman, and I don't think Justin Fields
I know. I'm
should.
in no way
Fields-
comparing him.
Oh
to-
no way! No way! He's
Joey,
6'3".
Joey, You're 6 inches
Oh
off.
my word! I don't know how is that off on that, bro.
God.
Big running back guy, eh?
6'3". Yeah, I know, right? Forget it.
He's
Forget
he's
that.
literally
We're
the
moving
same
him to
height as
wide
Dwayne
receiver
Haskins.
now.
I had
Yeah.
no idea. That's
Maybe
on
puts
me.
on a few pounds, we can make him a
God.
linebacker.
I mean, he's 228.
I heard he
know.
went
Still
like
needs
all
a few
vegan
pounds
or
to play
something.
linebacker, Joey. I don't know what your point is.
That was not my point. That was Billy's point.
It's
Your
it's
point
called
was
a
that
funny
he's
joke.
228, so you're saying
Everybody would laugh.
you're implying that he doesn't need to put on any more pounds to be a linebacker.
No, not I. To be a, why would he be a linebacker? That's just some stupid thing that Billy throws out there because that seems to be his thing.
He is quite
That's
stupid.
part of the appeal of this podcast.
Yeah, I know, right?
People come for my
goodness.
bad takes, and I think they appreciate it.
People come.
Sorry, you don't need to point that out.
Really? Okay. Before we head into like the last segment, which is not for real this time. That'll be back after the new year. Don't you worry about that. But I have a fun.
That's your
New Year's
Christmas
thing.
present.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Bo, it's coming back. You just you wait. But we're gonna talk about the
The
Eagles.
Christmas movie.
It's second game for just Jalen Hurts. Oh my goodness. Second game for Jalen Hurts. Second pretty good performance. Like he didn't win, but he was pretty darn good. For 3 touchdowns, I think over 300 yards. Offensive line still can't protect, but at least he didn't take as many sacks as Carson Wentz would have. Billy, as an Eagles fan, what do you think? As a Carson Wentz loving Eagles fan, what do you think?
I think we're in a predicament.
A predicament
Yes.
for when?
So
We're
Not
trying
this
to
year.
figure out how to get rid of Carson Wentz.
Joey's face right now.
well, here's the thing. I don't think if we try to get rid of Carson Wentz, it wouldn't be that big of an issue because there are reports that teams do want him. But
Obviously.
it's whether you get rid of him or not. And if you keep him, you have to probably trade him at the deadline, which is just wasted room on the roster.
You don't trade quarterbacks at the deadline. No way.
F.U.
It'll have to be in the offseason.
Joseph F.U. Anyways, I think if you keep Carson, you definitely start him. I think a preseason would be beneficial because then we could really see if Carson still sucks.
He does. 3 straight years.
I mean, I don't know if he really sucked the past 2 years. He wasn't. He was very
did.
average.
He did. No, he did.
I don't think being average
Last
is
year was
sucking,
okay.
but-
He kind of had bad weapons. It was
Old,
hard to tell.
slow,
But the year
fat Ben
before,
Roethlisberger was
in
better than
2018, where he broke his collarbone or it was something like that, and Foles had to come in again. He was. They were below 500, and they weren't heading for the playoffs until Foles came in and won the last 3 games. Like
Yeah, but like this is my issue with Wentz. He's so off and on because like last year,
off and
you
on. I
saw
think he's
him-
just off. I think he's just off.
Joey,
and on.
last
Yeah.
year he won with practice squad receivers, and that's about it.
No, that's my point.
And then there was a year he almost won the MVP, and then there was 2018, which wasn't as bad as this year, and then there's this year. So he had a good year, bad year, good year, bad year, and you could say his rookie year was kind of bad because it kind of was.
Well,
So
the thing I think it's hard to tell is 2017 he played great. The entire team played great, right? Like it's like that was a special year. Like that was definitely it was very much a one-off year in a way that we're not going to see for a long time, simply because everybody on the team played to their max potential,
I could agree.
then they got to the Super Bowl. Like it was kind of unbelievable to watch that happen because it was like normally like even on the Patriots when the Patriots won the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 53, so that was just 2 years ago versus the Rams. I mean, Brady was not 100%. Gronk was coming off an injury. Like there were a whole bunch of like pieces there that's but in the Eagles for them to win the Super Bowl that year, that was kind of special just because of how everybody had to be playing at their best because that wasn't like a star-studded team or anything. But I think when you move to 2018, they were not playing great. Carson Wentz was playing down. They were sub 500. Then Carson Wentz gets hurt. Nick Foles comes in and leads them to the divisional round of the playoffs. That was the double doink game in the wild card, and so that's why the Eagles moved on. But then I guess that was the next year was when everybody got hurt. Just so last year, and I think it was hard to tell because the defense was playing amazing. You would agree with that, right? Like last year, the defense played incredible.
What part of the season? I don't really remember last year, to be fair with you, Joey.
I mean, their defense played great. So
but I don't think they really like. I'm pretty sure that the games where he played with practice squad receivers, I'm pretty sure they're like. I don't think we really shut down the other offense, but I'm not sure.
You can look it up. I thought you guys did, but anyways, like because the offense with the practice squad receivers, like they were winning, but they weren't really scoring a ton of points. So I think it was almost kind of a like, let's wait and see till next year. Next year was this year, and this year Carson Wentz came out and was just absolutely awful. Just terrible. Didn't throw for 3 touchdowns in a single game, which Jalen Hurts just did last week. Bo, we're not on that right now. This is terrible.
You didn't need to respond to that, though, technically.
No, we don't. It's a developing story.
You. I was saying that for Eddie, not for you.
Until he beats everyone with the third stringers and then runs out of the practice facility yelling, "You bleeping need me. You can't win without me." I consider it a minor situation.
Okay, we're talking about James Harden right there. But yeah, legit for the Eagles, I think it's time to move on from Wentz. I think it's just time to move on from Wentz.
Oh, okay. I found last year. So
we're not going to address that.
The game against
Billy, look.
Yeah, I saw the first time he did that.
Yeah.
So we let the Dolphins score 37 on us. That was the week before we started like playing with practice squad.
Oh, that was the one where Matt Hack, the punter, threw the touchdown to Jason Sanders. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I remember.
So great defensive performance. To be fair, I think the offense did give up some points on turnovers, so we'll give them that.
Oh, okay.
17 points to the Giants. It's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
27 points to the Redskins. That's not that good.
That's not good at all.
9 to the Cowboys. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
17 to the Giants again. That's pretty good as well.
That's pretty good.
And then the wild card round, we let up 17 to the Seahawks. That's really good.
That's good. Like I see. That's my point. Like that. Like those kind of defensive performances are enough to keep it close enough, I guess, so that you can win football games. Like if you keep it under 3 touchdowns for the other team, in every single game you will have an opportunity to win. Even the worst offenses, even the Jets this year, have scored 3 touchdowns in games. So like if you do what the Eagles defense did enough games, you will have an opportunity to win with any kind of players. And I think that's what we saw last year from Carson Wentz. This year, the defense was not as good, and the receivers were probably better. Zach Ertz was fully back. Dallas Goddard.
Let's be honest.
So I
here.
mean, I think
Zach
this
Zach
was.
Ertz is trash this year. He sucks.
Oh yeah, this year he wasn't great, but at least he was all the way back.
You
I
guys
think,
know what my nickname for him is?
what?
My ball.
And
Why?
we're gonna move on that.
My ball is Zach Ertz.
What?
It's
What are
actually
you
kind of funny.
Okay, we're moving on from that. In
Joey,
our final
Joey.
sports
Joey, think
episode,
about it. Joey,
in
think
our-
about it.
I don't
My
wanna think about it,
balls,
actually.
Zach Ertz.
in our final episode before A Christmas, B the New Year, we'll be back whenever the next Wednesday is. The New Year. I don't know when that is. I'm not looking at a calendar right now. I want to do your top sports moments of 2020. I want your top 3 sports moments of 2020. I will start with Eddie. Eddie, your top 3 sports moments of 2020.
I don't know.
This is off the top of your head. I did this intentionally. This is off your top of your head.
I'm gonna have to say Furkan Korkmaz, 2 30-point games in a row.
That's like the junior version of Linsanity.
These are the high points for me personally.
Okay, this is your first one.
Baker Mayfield leading the comeback versus the Bengals.
Pretty awesome.
Let's think of one more. Mike Scott posterizing that dude from the Pistons.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
That'd be
like
good.
I thought you were gonna say like Shake Milton or whoever it was, like
Ooh,
score like dropping like
he'd
30
be
on
a
like
good
the
one,
Heat
too.
or the Magic or something
Yeah.
like that.
Shake
Billy-
Milton is going to be great this
Yeah,
year.
he's gonna be really good. 6th man of the year. Billy, top 3 sports moments of 2020.
I would say one of them has to be the Flyers winning like a billion games in a row.
And then not winning anything in the playoffs.
We could go into this really deep, but I think
But
part
we're
of
not.
it is because we got lucky. But
Yeah, sure.
anyways,
Welcome to Philly sports. Yeah, go on.
just shut up. You like the Flyers?
I do.
Oh, can I change mine?
Okay, Eddie, you can change yours. Billy, keep thinking though.
Number one has to. Was this even 2020? I don't know. But anyway, number one for me has to be. It was in maybe 2019, 2020 season, but we'll call it.
on, talk.
The
ahead.
Karl Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons brawl.
Yeah, I watched that live.
And Joel Embiid.
I didn't watch that live, but I saw it after the fact. That was
Ben
insane.
Simmons chokehold. Ah,
Yeah, he didn't even get like a tech for it. I don't think.
that was
Yo,
the best.
Billy, go ahead. What are your yeah?
I would say, even though I'm pretty sure he got beat up, I would say the Eagles fan fighting with Mike Scott before a football game. You know, it's just that great old Philly spirit. You know, you got a professional basketball player playing in Philly, and he starts fighting a fan from Philly. So
And
I thought that was
if you listen to the background of the video, the dude's like, "That's a fight you're not gonna win, Jerry. Don't do it."
Okay, Bo, what do you got?
I said two.
Yeah, you're taking so long to think of it. We have to like go to like a completely other person before you can think of it. So keep thinking. Bo.
This is just discriminatory.
It really
Chiefs winning
is.
the Super Bowl.
You've earned it.
Let me think. Let's say the virtual NBA 2K tournament that they did. That was sick. And then
Come on.
probably the Bucks re-signing Giannis. That's my top 3 of the year.
Ooh, that's obscure. Billy, do you have your third?
5-year deal.
I
5-year
would
deal.
probably say JJ Arcega-Whiteside caught a ball.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That wasn't in 2020 though.
Shut up.
Okay, I'd say my top 3 are. I think number 1, LeBron winning his 4th in the bubble.
You're so soppy.
I don't like
I swear.
LeBron.
I'd say my second.
He annoys me.
I'd say my second is probably that Chiefs comeback versus the Texans. That was pretty awesome. Like when they were down like 24 or something.
This is my favorite.
Messi sends message after breaking Pele's record.
He broke the
That's so
record for the
cool.
most goals at a single club.
Pretty cool.
600,
That's really cool.
644.
That's pretty cool.
Super cool.
So I would say Lakers winning. I would say what I just have. Gosh darn, I have such a bad short-term memory. What did I just say? Oh yeah, the Chiefs coming back versus the Texans. They were down. I think it was like 21 or 24. They came back to win like 51 to like 30 or something. It was something like that. And then I'd say my third best is I don't know. There was that game in the NFL or in the NHL that went to like 8 overtimes or something like that, or 7 overtimes. That was pretty awesome.
The playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Yeah,
Joey had
it
time
went-
to
it went
prepare for all
overnight.
this, so he actually has like a valid top
Yeah.
three.
No, I legitimately
just,
just
like,
thought of
going off the top.
I legitimately just thought about that on the spot, so I had no idea what mine were gonna be. Well,
Yeah.
that's gonna be it for this episode. This is kind of a shorter episode. Had a little less to cover, but we'll have a ton to cover after the new year because we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of NFL games straight. We got 1 on Friday. We got 3 on Saturday. We got the Monday night Bills versus Patriots, and then obviously all the Sunday games, bunch of college football bowl games, and the college football playoff to wrap up on the other side of the new year. So that'll be great. Thanks for listening, guys. Anything
Merry
to say?
Christmas.
Anything to say to the
Happy
listeners?
Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays.
Go Sixers.
Happy New Year's.
Yay.
Go Sixers, first game of the season. Signing off. See you,
go
boys.
Sixers.
Okay. Yep, that's all we got. Thanks for listening to this episode of the For the
Joey.
Boys Sports Podcast. Have a great day. See you guys.